Silver Ridge Peaks'te başladığımız yolculuk her bölümde biraz daha derinleşti. İlk videoda zehirli bir gölün çevresini araştırdık ve dağ yamacında ipleri sabitleyerek Allan Bradley'in ilk talimatlarını yerine getirdik. İkinci bölümde ise terk edilmiş bir uranyum madeni ve sessizliğe gömülmüş bir kamp alanı bizi karşıladı. Her görev görünmeyen bir hikayenin parçasıydı. Ama şimdi işler değişiyor. Bu bölümde sessizliğin içinden gelen bir çağrı var. Ormanın derinliklerinde bir şeyler oluyor. Ve biz o çağrının peşinden gitmek zorundayız. Eğer önceki bölümleri izlemediyseniz şimdi tam zamanı. Çünkü bu hikaye parçaları birleştirenler için anlam kazanıyor. Hazırsanız Silver Ridge Peaks'in en karanlık köşelerine doğru ilerliyoruz. Silver Ridge Peaks'te bu sefer bir hayat kurtarmaya çalışıyoruz. Ted adında biri, silahsız ve yalnız bir şekilde ayı bölgesine girmiş. Zihinsel olarak da iyi durumda değil. Bu görevde onun izini sürüyoruz. Çünkü eve sağ salim dönmesi gerekiyor. İlk olarak Ted'in yürüyüşe başladığı noktayı buluyoruz. Sonra ayıların yaşadığı bölgeye ilerleyip Ted'i arıyoruz. Yerde düşürdüğü bir fotoğraf var. Belki bir hatıra, belki bir yardım çağrısı. Bu görev sadece bir arama değil. Bu doğanın içinde kaybolmuş bir ruhu bulma görevi. Ve biz buradayız çünkü bazen bir iz sürmek bir hayat kurtarır.
Today continues to throw up challenges for us. I have another job for you, and this one is urgent. We received a call from one of our neighbors, Norman, asking if we'd seen his dad, a longtime friend of the reserve. Apparently he's gone missing and he's taken all the family camping supplies with him. Around the same time, two hikers reported to us that they spotted a single old man laden down with gear, heading into a part of the reserve that is known for its bears. When they asked him if he needed any help, he politely declined and kept walking. Their description matches old Ted perfectly. Short white hair, green rain slicker, and brown leather boots. No gun. I'm trying to get a hold of Norman, but he said that he'd make some more calls just in case Teddy's gone to visit friends. I'm just getting his voicemail at the moment. While I sort this out, can you head over to where the hikers saw him and try to follow old Teddy's trail? He knows his way around here, so I have no idea why he'd wander into bear country. That's the place. You found where the hikers spotted him. That's good news. Listen, I got a hold of Norman and he's on his way out here. But he's a couple of hours' drive away. I told him that we were looking for his dad. Norman's really worried. He thinks that Ted has had a breakdown. Ted's wife, Jeannie, died a couple of weeks ago, and since the funeral, Ted hasn't been himself. The family were giving him as much space as they could, but now they're worried that he's fully isolated himself and he's made some bad decisions that have led him here. Norman took a trip to visit him, but when he arrived, Ted was gone and so was his car. Norman remembers his dad saying that he proposed to Jeannie during a trip to Silver Ridge Peaks 45 years ago. That whole region is a beautiful valley, but nobody goes out there unarmed while the bears are roaming around. It might be a long shot, but can you gear up with whatever you need and head into bear country as soon as possible? If Ted's looking for where he proposed almost a half a century ago, I just hope he finds it before the bears find him. I'll mark the beauty spot on your GPS. Be careful in those parts. Keep your rifle handy at all times. This is the beauty spot. But he's gone. There's no sign of an encounter. But look, Ted was definitely here. Ted and Jeannie, 1978. I can't even imagine what's going through his head at the moment. My dad and I used to talk about men who would seek their solace in nature. He told me that if he didn't have my mom or me around, he'd eventually have just started living out here. I didn't believe him at first, but as I've grown older, it makes more sense to me. He's running from the pain he's feeling. Out there, he doesn't need to think about anyone or anything else. He can just be alone. Norman will be here soon. I told him that his visit will include a trip to bear country, so he's got a rifle to protect himself. I'll point him to his dad's old camp for now. It makes most sense for that to be where Ted will come back to whenever he's ready. There's no tracks for you to follow, and while I don't like the idea of him wandering around, Ted clearly wants to be alone out here.
Silver Ridge Peaks'te bu sefer bir çığlık yankılanıyor. Sammy, ormandan gelen bir kadın çığlığı duyduğunu söylüyor. Bu ses muhtemelen Budden'a ait. Zihinsel olarak zor bir dönemden geçiyor ve yalnız başına ormanda. Bu görevde onun izini sürüyoruz. Çünkü bir şey olmadan önce onu bulmamız gerekiyor. İlk olarak çığlığın geldiği bölgeye gidiyoruz. Sonra Budden'ın telefonunu düşürdüğü alanı inceliyoruz. Her iz, her detay onun nerede olduğunu anlamamıza yardım ediyor. Bu görev sadece bir arama değil. Bu birini kurtarma, bir trajediyi önleme görevi. Ve biz buradayız. Çünkü bazen bir çığlık sessiz bir yardım çağrısıdır.
I might have a lead on our missing yoga instructor. Sammy was driving home after the rappelling lesson, and she heard something that could be Miss Bodden. She had pulled over to look under the hood of her car, and she swears she heard a scream from the woods nearby. And I asked her if it could have been an animal noise, but she seemed pretty insistent that it was a woman's scream. I know it's nothing solid to go on, but it could be what leads us to her. Can you check it out? I'll mark the spot on your GPS. I'm sure I don't need to remind you. This is bear country. Sure, they're normally quick to turn tail and run, but they're extremely aggressive if their cubs are nearby. It's time for maximum caution. Can you hear that? It's like a horn or something. There, on the ground. An air horn app? I've heard of people trying to scare away bears and cougars with real-life air horns. Personally, I've never really trusted using sound to scare off a bear. Not permanently, at least. Well, that's the contact number I had for her. Cell phone service can be really poor out there, though. Still, she was here. Check out the bear markings on that tree. There's no sign of her, is there? If she tried to hide from a bear up a tree, she found out pretty fast that bears are great climbers. Maybe she threw the water bottle in her phone to give herself a chance to escape. Are there any more clues? A bear! Be careful! Those look like fresh footprints. She made it out of there, heading west. Still, now she has no phone and no water bottle. Let me look at the map and I'll come up with a game plan.
Silver Ridge Peaks'te bu kez sessizliğin içinden bir yardım çağrısına kulak verdik. Bir ayının izini sürdük. Ormanın derinliklerinde kaybolmuş bir sesi bulmaya çalıştık. Ama bu görevler sadece fiziksel değil, duygusal bir yolculuktu. Bobby Jones'un sessizliği artık sadece bir karakter özelliği değil. O, sessizlik bir şeyleri saklıyor. Ve biz o saklananları görmeye başladık. Bir sonraki bölümde bu sessizlik yerini çatışmaya bırakabilir. Çünkü bazı izler artık örtülemiyor. Silver Ridge Peaks, kendi hikayesini fısıldamayı bırakıp bağırmaya hazırlanıyor. Devamı çok yakında ve bu kez sadece iz sürmeyeceğiz. Yüzleşeceğiz.
Enjoyed the video? Hit the like button like it owes you money, and subscribe for more fun.
Beğendiyseniz ve daha fazla içerik gelmesini istiyorsanız lütfen videoyu beğenip kanalımıza abone olun.